Well, this video is certainly a bit late, considering episode 1 of the Super Mario Bros. 3 Secrets and Glitches series came out all the way back like a month ago. But here we are, I got the second episode here today. This one being the P-Wing Bowser's Castle Glitch. And I'm actually calling it Glitch because I personally think it's a bit different than the secret we saw with the P-Wing in our last episode. If you didn't see the last episode, make sure to check that one out. But the whole gimmick was that the P-Wing could get transferred to a new power-up. But it seemed like a new secret that was actually imported by the creators. Here, it's a whole secret where it can change the outcome of a Bowser battle, making it tons easier and making the castle pretty much a cakewalk. Now before you get into this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, because get this, I hit 30 subs this previous Monday, and I'm throwing a 30 sub special. This video will be coming out in just a little bit, and I posted a YouTube poll the day before I hit 30 subs to see what people wanted for my 30 sub special. It's still going right now, but you have to vote tomorrow before noon, or anytime before. Otherwise, your vote will not count, or it will be too late. Also, make sure to hit that notification bell to see when our videos come out. And anyways, let's just get straight on into it. So just like the last video, I'm going to be giving a rundown on how to achieve this glitch rather than secret this time. Now, I would have to say right off the bat, as step 1, you gotta be at Bowser's Castle for P-Wing. Just like the previous video, I pretty much said you have to have a P-Wing for this section. I mean, there's no P-Wing found in that level, and you can't just hit a block to get a P-Wing like in some other games. You have to bring it into the level, which is why it makes it really hard to get the secret. In World 8 of Super Mario Bros. 3, it's the Dark World, and Bowser has sent off a bunch of airships and Army/Navy ships, and they're all out there to kill Mario. But the issue is, all of those ships are extremely difficult auto-scrollers, which feature bullets, rocky wrenches, bomb-bombs. They're all over the place and are very hard. They're almost pretty much like pure RNG with how many enemies are on screen at once. They're extremely hard. And not to mention, besides the first one that has a Boomerang Bro as its boss fight, and you get an item, all the other ones, you do not get items after you defeat them, and they come with Boom Boom, which Boom Boom isn't very difficult, but once again, he's kind of just one of those weirdo AI things that sometimes he can be hard and sometimes he isn't. You shouldn't be losing to Boom Boom, but you should know what I mean here. So it really makes World 8 such a difficult world to get through. And that's just difficult to get a P-Wing down at Bowser's Castle now. Because Bowser's Castle is the final level of the game, and you need to be able to get your P-Wings down there. And the deal with the P-Wing is, it's an OP power-up. And even excluding World 8's difficult levels, there's so many levels throughout the game that you might want a P-Wing to skip over, including the World 8 levels now, as I say that, because all of those levels are so difficult, a P-Wing can just skip right through them except for the boss fights. But due to the P-Wing being an obscure power-up, because you can only find it, I believe, like once after you beat certain levels in Worlds, sometimes you can't find it at all. Sometimes they're just pure secrets that most people don't know about. And you're pretty much lucky if you get one after beating a world. I believe there's 2 worlds where they give you a P-Wing after you beat it. And I believe if you beat a couple other mini boss fights, like the Hammer Bros during the game, you'll be able to get a P-Wing. Yeah, that was gibberish. But when you think about it here, it's very difficult in order to save your P-Wings when the game, Super Mario Bros. 3 in general, is pretty hard. And once you get down to World 8, you very well might not have that many, or you might have to use them all up before you get to Bowser's Castle, because it's such a hard world. I know when my first playthrough of the game ever, I just used all my P-Wings to do that world because it was so difficult, and I just tried to figure of every secret or thing I could do to make them easier. Now as a full-time great player at this game though, I understand how to beat this game and how to get past that world. So enough of that rant here. Let's get to the second step. If you are lucky to get a P-Wing down to Bowser's castle, you're going to want to pretty much just fly it through the castle up to the section with these flying radioactive discs. They look like waffles. I don't really know what else to call them, but you're going to want to ascend out that staircase. If you get hit, once again, you have to retry, or you might not be able to retry if you don't have another P-Wing, especially if you're playing this on an NES. Then you're going to travel up, and you're going to find this area that looks like it could be a one-up block. There's a one-up block there. Just hit it, and you're going to get an invisible block, get the one-up. And then what you have to do is get into a crouch fly up, scoot through the top part of that block up to the wall, and you're locked to the wall. And now I don't know if you need to do this, but this is what I see in most people who do this glitch. They do go up through there, so I would suggest going up through there because it's fun and it gives you practice for what you have to do. You're gonna go now, just fly atop that lava bubble section and go into a door. Now you're in one of those rooms that features all the Bowser statues. Only the first one has lasers, unlike the first part of the castle, which had 3 statues with all 3 had lasers. You're going to go through this room, and there's a door at the end, but instead of going to that door, I believe you crouch, and then you go through the top above this Bowser statue and walk through, and then once you walk through the top, you're going to go to the second Bowser statue room. Fly through that again, and this time you're going to the door. Do not crouch up and go atop the Bowser statue through the wall again, otherwise you'll be soft locked. You'll have to wait for the time run out, which is not very fun to have to do that, especially if you have a bunch of time on the clock. Then, once you have gone through the door, do not trigger Bowser yet. You may be at the Bowser boss fight, but do not trigger him, otherwise you will not be able to do the main glitch. Instead, fly up atop the wall and land on the door area for a new Bowser fight. Do not trigger him, otherwise you'll wreck the secret. Instead, what you need to do is fly back up atop the wall, go the same Bowser fight you started with, and once you start it, Bowser will not be shooting fire. This makes the boss even more easier than it originally was, because Bowser's lower half can't hit you if you're crouching or Small Mario. But even so, without fire, he's pretty much worse than the Koopalings were. And that makes Bowser's fight just so much easier than it even was to begin with. And let me tell you, I do this every time I get to Bowser's Castle now, because again, now I'm really good at this game. I save up my P-Wings and I just use them on this castle. And it's really fun taking all the pathways with the P-Wings. But I'm telling you, just do the route I told you here so you don't end up getting lost. And there you go. This is the Bowser's Castle P-Wing glitch. And now let's give you the full footage review. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the second episode of Super Mario Bros. 3 Secrets and Glitches. Honestly, I love these videos I've been making because I love Super Mario Bros. 3. It's the best Mario game of all time. I don't care what you say. And honestly, I just really want to make a series about the secrets and glitches people may not know about. And honestly, I hope you guys love them too because these are some of the favorite videos, once again, I make on my channel, which is why they are so cool. Now, once again, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button because my next goal is going to be 100 subscribers, and then I will do another subscriber special. This time I've already got one picked out, but you'll still like it either way. So make sure to hit that like and subscribe buttons, like I said, and hit the notification bell to see when I post new videos. And also, remember to vote on that poll. At 12 o'clock tomorrow, it is going off. 12 o'clock noon. So make sure you vote on it. Otherwise, well, your vote's not going to count. Anyways, see ya and peace out.